This is the Ogre from MattOgre.com, WeTheArm.com, and Basin Sports. And I get a lot of messages off YouTube, people asking me about what type of rifle scope that they should put on their gun. Well, that's a more complicated question than you guys realize. There's a lot of different things that go into picking out a rifle scope, but I'm going to give you guys a really easy shortcut. If money is an object, or if you want a good value, or if you just want a solid scope that you don't have to ever worry about, pretty much it comes down to Nikon. And let me show you why. We get the Nikon Pro staffs for about 160 bucks. Nikoplex, 3 to 9 variables. You got your silver colored scopes. We got your 4 to 12 Pro staffs. These are really good values, really good bang for the bucks. If money is an issue, save up and get a Pro staff. If you can't afford to spend that much money to get a Pro staff, then you shouldn't be buying a scope anyway. You probably have other financial worries. Stepping up from the Pro staff, you got Nikon's Buckmaster series. This is their mid-range scopes, and we got them from 3 to 9. We got them all the way up 4.5 to 14s and whatnot. Buckmasters are really good, solid value. Their light transmission, their field of view, all that is very good for the money. However, if you want a good scope, pretty much your best absolute bang for the buck comes down to the Nikon Monarch series. The Nikon Monarchs, to get better glass than a Nikon Monarch, you almost literally have to spend double the money. You can get a really good Nikon Monarch for, you know, about 400 bucks, 450 bucks, depending on what power setting you like. Check this out here at Basin Sports. We got the 3 to 12 Nikon Monarch. This has got their BDC reticle in it. We're selling the guy for $429, and we're going to mount it for you. We're going to bore sight it for you, hook you up, and there you go. And that's going to be a very good, clear, usable scope. To actually see the difference in the Nikon Monarch, you know, you're going to have to buy freaking Zeiss, and you're going to be spending about 800 bucks on that. We got your big 5 to 20s, your 6 to 24s going on, and that is just a great scope. And you don't have to spend a huge amount of dollars. Everybody thinks they want to get into that high power setting. They got to buy Night Force and spend 1,800 bucks. 529. Not bad. Not bad at all. So we got a lot of Nikons here. I mean, we got a lot of other scopes. You can look up there. We got your Swarovskis, Millet, Zeiss, Vortex. We got our in-house brand, the Shooter's Edge. We got Bushnells. We got lots of loopholes. Up over there is all the loopholes. But when it comes down to bang for the buck value, the actual getting what you pay for, it's all about Nikon. If you come into Basin Sports, you ask to look at a scope. Hey, I want a scope for my 7mm or my 30-06. First scope I'm going to pull out is going to be a Nikon Monarch, because that is the best dollar spent. And I would be happy to sell you a $800 Zeiss or an $800 Leupold, and that's fine, but you're going to be dollars ahead by buying that $450 Nikon Monarch, because most people are not going to be able to see the difference. You've got that lifetime warranty that's pretty much no questions asked. If you have any problem with the scope, Nikon's going to fix it. We got the Nikon spotting scopes. We've got their Pro Staff spotting scopes. We've got their XL2s, which is an amazing piece of glass. So if you need anything Nikon, if you want some Nikon optics, their binos, scopes, spotters, rangefinders, call me at Basin Sports and I will hook you up. I will get it shipped out to you the very next day. And our phone number is area code 435-789-2199. And give us a call, ask for George, and we'll get you hooked up on your Nikon optics. They're the best. They're the best. If I'm going to buy a scope, I'm going to spend my money on 2 scopes. If I want to save some money, I'm going to buy a Nikon. I'm going to buy a Nikon Monarch. If I want to splurge and spend the extra, then I'll get the Zeiss. Zeiss is the very best there is. There's no question about that. I like them better than Swarovski. Reason being strength. I like the reticles better than the Knife Force. Yes, I said that. Reason being, it's a very usable reticle system that I've used in the field. It's proven and it's solid, and I love it. You know, I'll spend that extra money on that Zeiss. However, you know, I got 6 kids. I don't have that kind of money, so I'm not buying those Zeisses very often. I'm buying the Nikons. Here's that Nikon spotting scope, the XL2. This is a 16 to 48 by 60. It's a straight tube, which is really cool. It's got the sunshade on it, and you can pull the sunshade out. And here's what I like about it. You've got this rib on the top. You got another rib there on the bottom. Either one you can use, and you can kind of shotgun it to look at what you're looking at, and then look through the lens and find it, so you're not hunting around through your spotting scope trying to find your object that you're trying to look at. 16 to 48, you've got your power factor right here, so you can adjust your power. You got your focus right here. Look at that, real smooth action, real simple straight tube, easy to use, just crazy lightweight. Comes with the cool bipod, adjustable legs right here, so you can adjust the height of it. Really good solid bipod. It also comes with a backpack, so you can put everything in the backpack and way to go. They're normally $550. They're on sale for $4.99 here at Basin Sports. Give me a call. Okay, here's those Nikon Monarchs I was talking about. This guy here is a 2.5 to 10. 2.5 to 10 is a fancy way of saying 3 to 9. On sale for $3.99. This has got that BDC reticle. You've seen those before. You got those circles. I don't know if you can see that there, but those circles correlate to the different ranges that you're shooting at. So you zero it for 200 yards, the next circle down is 300, then 400, etc. That's a great scope for the money. Really clear, good glass. Stepping up. Here's a 3 to 12, 429 BDC reticle. If you got a shiny gun, we got the shiny scopes. Like there's a 3 to 12 as well. I really like. This is the 4 to 16. This is the Nikon Monarch X. This is what they used to call the Nikon Tactical. But they can't call it a tactical scope because Japan signed a treaty with the US. They can't export military hardware, so they can't sell tactical scopes. But if they call it a competition scope, oh, that's okay. It's just a competition scope. Mill-dot reticle with actual proper mills, side parallax focus, nice tactical turrets that you can set up. Beautiful scope. 4 to 16, it's $1,000. It's one hell of a scope. 30mm tube, can't go wrong with that guy right there. Carries Nikon's normal lifetime warranty, which basically means they're going to stand behind their product and they're going to cover you, even if you're, you know, kind of being retarded. Here's Nikon's new one right here. This is the M223. So if you've got a 223 scope requirement, you got a simple Nikoplex reticle, which is great. Look how clear that is, man. That's amazing. But then you got that ballistic match turret. So if you're shooting at 100 yards, you set it to 100. You got a prairie dog pops up at 250. You set it to 250. 300. Say 275. Split the difference. Boom. You got it. Adjustable for your windage. How easy is that? Fantastic scope. The M223, 429. It's basically a Monarch that's set up for 223. So you got that good Nikon Monarch quality glass. That is an amazing scope.